back, and Barry's going to tell us who he selected. Who'd you pick?
I picked Vicky.
Vicky. That's who she is. It's Vicky. Did the fact that Vicky's a topless dancer have anything to do with your decision?
Well, Chuck, I'll tell you, at first I was sort of concerned. The idea sort of made me leery of going out with a woman who takes her clothes off in public. But after I viewed the videotape, Vicky came across as just a charming, exciting, fun person who'd be an enjoyable company.
I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe that, Barry. You were just telling me about skinny dipping in the high Sierras with a bunch of liberated women. And that bothered you, honest?
Well, a little bit.
Okay. All right. Barry and Vicky haven't seen each other since their date. Now, we always hear both sides. Let's say hello to Vicky Weaver. Hi, Vicky.
Hi.
How are you, hon?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. Anytime you feel like jumping in, hon. All right? So to speak.
All right.
All right. Tell us what happened.
I picked her up, and she exceeded my expectations. When she opened that door, she was stunning. And I just thought, I'm in for a real wonderful evening. So, picked her up, and we started driving up to the restaurant. We had about an hour drive. Real enjoyable conversation. Started flowing real nicely at first. Kept flowing nicely. Got up to the restaurant. Nice, elegant restaurant. We had a little combo playing ballroom dancing music. We danced between the courses. Neat thing about the date was dinner lasted about 3.5 hours. Not often you go to dinner and it lasts 3.5 hours. The time just flew by.
What'd you talk about during dinner, Vicky?
Well, I couldn't seem to ask him too many questions. He seemed more interested in me, and it was kind of difficult for me to ask him things. I'd try to say something about him and get more information out of him. Then he'd turn right around and make the conversation go back to me.
What did he ask you? What were...
Well, like my jobs. He asked me about my jobs, and I told him I was...
Which jobs?
Both. I told him I was an executive by day and a dancer by night. And he asked me about my job as a dancer and why I worked there. And it was to get me out of the house.
Anything that bothered you on this date at all, Vicky, or everything's going along pretty well?
Well, there was only one thing that bothered me a little bit about the date, and that was at the very beginning.
Oh, what was that?
It's only because I'm real picky about things. And I made an effort to clean my house and do everything and make sure my car was washed. I wasn't sure if I was going to take my car, his car. And when I went out to his car, I thought, I'm going to kill you for not washing your car for me.
Well, he's a member of the Sierra Club. Like dirt and stuff. It's okay. Preserve that dirt, right?
I like that reason.
See, sure. Right. So what happened next?
Got home to her place, and she invited me in, and we sat around and talked for a little while. And I finally said to myself, well, Barry, it's time you show her that you're a gentleman. Said, I guess it's time for me to go. Kissed goodnight, and started back home. And I swear, by the time I got home, I think the sun was coming up. So the date lasted pretty nicely.
Anything to add, Vicky?
No, that's about all.
That's about it. Okay, let's take a look and see who the audience picked for Barry. 77%. Overwhelmingly. Well, Barry, seems like you had a good first date. If you want to ask Vicky out again, we'll be happy to pay for it if she goes with you and take the audience's advice.
I'd most definitely like to.
We'll have to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Vicky, would you like to go out again?
Well, I really enjoyed the day. I had a good time, but like I told Barry and like Barry said earlier, I really only go out with people that I think I'm going to establish a relationship with. And even though Barry would make an excellent friend, I don't see anything for potential for a romance. So I'll say no.
Okay.
That's fair. It's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, that's
Thank
true.
you.
This is tough to get a second date, isn't it?
That's why I don't have many second dates.
Yeah, really. Okay. Well, listen, thank you for coming on the show. We have a nice gift for you. Sorry things didn't work out in the romance area anyway. All right? Okay. Well, Barry, thanks for being on Love Connection. We have a nice parting gift for you as well.
Great.
And thank you again. We're going to come right back with our next guest in just a minute. Stay with us.